स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दं कृपापूर्णं जगत्पतिं हरिषड्वर्गजेतारं नित्यानन्दगुरुं भजे स्वभावचिन्मयानन्दम्।
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Should she become a sannyasini? Please, if you are confused, don't do that. Let's enter into today's sutra. It's one of the unique and wonderful sutra. Feel the cosmos as a translucent, ever-living present. The uniqueness of this sutra is, I myself experience this sutra spontaneously. My first experience, the spiritual experience, is this sutra. So, I have a lot to tell about this sutra, you have a lot to learn. Feel the cosmos as a translucent, ever-living present. The first sutra of Upanishad, the first Upanishad, Isavasya Upanishad, is the same sutra. Ishavasyam itam sarvam. In Upanishad, it is given more like a conclusion. In this sutra, it is given more like a technique. Here, Mahadeva gives this as a technique. In the whole world, there are only two kinds of people. One, people who experience life once in a while in their life. The other, people who are experiencing life continuously. Whenever you think you are having joy, you are experiencing life in the world for those few seconds, few moments. That is why you feel so alive. That is why you feel that few minutes, that few moments, you don't feel like cursing anybody. You feel like blessing everybody. You feel like everything is beautiful. And only these two variety. One, people who feel life, livingness, translucent, ever-living presence in few moments of their life, few moments of the day. And the other, who feel always. Fortunately, we are blessed. There is no third category who never experienced this ever-living presence. If you have felt joy for some reason in your life, understand those few moments, you had the idea, you may not intellectually able to verbalize, you may not know how to exactly tell, but You experience that ever-living cosmos only when you experience that cosmos is living, you feeling in tune with it, you will have a positive experience with the universe. All your joy is positive experience with the universe. Even if it is just eating sweet, for that few moments you feel the life is great. And life is really something you need. And you feel connected, you feel touched. Not just for sweet. Any good experience, those few seconds, those few moments, you are in tune with it. You are in tune with the ever-living presence. Understand? The ever-living presence is what we call life, which is responsible for moving your system. Either you are experiencing that ever-living presence at this moment, or you hope you will experience near future. That is why you are moving your body and still keeping yourself alive. Understand? You get out of your bed early morning, either to have some good experience, or hoping at least near future you will have some good experience. Every desire which drives you is nothing but desire to experience that ever-living presence. Whenever your mind stops wandering and comes back, it tastes that ever-living presence. Any sweet, any joy, any ecstasy, any experience is important because it brings you back to that ever-living presence. Only we have two categories, human beings in the planet Earth. 99% who experience the ever-living presence once in a while, some moments of their life, and remaining 1% who experience that forever, continuously. Continuously, ever-living presence is there in them. All your materialistic pursuits or meditation techniques or spirituality, anything which moves you or anything which makes you rest, everything. Any idea which asks you to move your body or any idea which asks you to rest and relax, both, whether you are moving your body or resting, it is to experience this ever-living presence. Either you are having that presence or hoping to have that presence, that's all. The whole life is nothing but going towards that ever-living presence. Maybe I'll describe exactly the experience which I had that can give you an idea of what Mahadeva means by the word translucent, ever-living presence. Understand? Only after this first experience, I realized I have something different in me. Till then I never had an idea that I have something different in me. I was always feeling that all kids will have this kind of ideas or search or seeking, whatever I had. Only the first experience gave me a distinct opening or experience, because of which I started understanding something is different. Feel the cosmos as translucent, ever-living presence. I can say very clearly, when I read these lines, I know how best I can verbalize, because this is the best verbalization of what I experienced around the age of 12. I was sitting in the foothills of Arunachala, not seriously trying to meditate, not like I was given a technique and I was trying to concentrate. No, nothing like that. Of course, I was given a simple meditation technique by an enlightened master, Annamalai Swamigal, but I was not trying to do it very seriously. It was very playful. But one thing, I was a child who is completely open and available to the nature, very, I can say, intensely observing, intensely being in the present. Even now, I can vividly describe the whole scene. For spiritual experience to happen, two things required. One, you completely being open and available. You completely being open and available to your surroundings. And the intense spiritual energy field. Sometimes, even if you are open, if you are not in the energy field, the first cracking of the coconut won't happen. That is very strong, difficult job. The first opening of the coconut, or the first opening, of course, it is just like breaking the coconut. Once one opening happens, after that it is not a big difficult thing. It's very easy. But the first opening needs an intense spiritual energy field. Fortunately, I had the energy field, Arunachala, the incubator, spiritual incubator. And another one thing, fortunately, I was attracted to the beauty of that hill. If you see a hill or a river or an ocean every day, you will take it for granted. But somehow, I never took that hill for granted. I never thought I know about it. I was continuously open, available. Understand? Being open every time, every day morning, seeing it with eyes of freshness or with the mind of the openness is what I am saying, being open, being available. Many times, we completely close ourselves to the society. We just come to some conclusion, some understanding. After that, we never update our understanding with the result or our effort with the result. The connection is not there. A small story. One guy goes to a small county, a remote county, and fills his car with gas. The gas station owner casually was chatting and he started complaining about the local mayor. And this guy, the guy who came to the city newly, who was filling the gas, he heard the story, did not reply. After a few minutes, he stopped in another one place to ask for direction. There also casually started inquiring about the local place, and even that guy also started talking about the mayor. Oh, I never wanted this fellow to be a mayor. And as usual complaints. Anyhow, after half an hour he reached to the place where he was supposed to reach. There also, people were talking ill of him, people are complaining about him. It is too much. Anyhow, next day is decided to meet the mayor. This guy goes and meets the mayor and asks the mayor, how much you get paid for your job? That guy said, no, money? No. I accepted this just for the honor of it. Understand, the mayor is still thinking he is doing the job for the honor of it. But the people who are living are experiencing totally different. You decide something with some idea and take up, but you are never open continuously to the society whether that idea is being executed or not, whether what for you decided is still relevant or not. The relevance of decision and experience, keeping it alive, keeping it straight, keeping it honest is what I call being open. Every day that hill was living, it was never the same old hill which I saw yesterday. No. I had a very funny routine. Every day morning when I get up from my bed, I will not open my eyes. I will slowly walk from my room, walk outside the house holding the parapet wall and come out, stand in a place. Usually I know from that place the hill will be seen. I will stand in the place, then only open my eyes so that first thing in the morning I will see that hill. I will see that Arunachala hill. And somehow my brothers, they know this. First thing I wanted to see is the hill. And they wanted to make fun or tease me. By the time they know that I am out from my bed and I am slowly walking, they will come and stand exactly in front of me. If I opened my eyes and did not see the hill and I saw any of these guys, I will go back and lie down again. I will not do anything that day. I will not do my activity, I will not go for taking bath or anything. I will go back and lie down again, sleep for half an hour, again I will get up and slowly walk, come back, again open the eyes. Only if I see the hill first thing in the morning, I will do my routine. It was very funny and looks little superstitious, but I always felt I took birth or I took the body because of the attraction, pull that hill has got for enlightened beings. There is a very beautiful verse in Tamil. The hill which attracts enlightened beings around it, especially the hill is respected for attracting enlightened beings not only in this planet Earth, even from other planets, even from other different spaces. It can attract and pull the enlightened beings to the planet Earth. So I never took the hill for granted. It was ever living presence. One day I was trying to sit evening. It was a Purnima day. Still I remember Purnima day, and moon is rising, sun is setting. Purnima day you can see both, moon rising and sun setting. Deep silence. Even though it was a small village or a town, the moment it becomes evening, it will be practically complete silent. There will not be any vehicle sound, because those days there was no vehicles, no other sound. It was such an intense, vivid silence. I was trying to play with that simple technique of trying to find the source of my thought, from where the thoughts are coming, from where the thoughts are originating. I saw slowly, when I tried to find the source of the thought, the first thing, the clarity which happened is, I am not solid as we always think. The body and mind is not solid. It is just liquid, porous, empty. You can go in and come out. You can get out or get in. Anything can be done. First truth was, I am an empty, porous being. The second step, slowly I saw the eyes have closed. Because of the deep silence, I did not even feel like sitting with open eyes. The eyes closed by itself. Next thing, something opened inside, which is beyond these two eyes. The moment that opened, not only the front side, I was able to see completely all 360 degree. Understand? All 360 degree, not just seeing, I could feel the whole thing is me. Understand? If you can see something with closed eyes, you are only seeing inside your inner space. You are feeling it. You are not just seeing it. I can't even say I saw 360 degree. I just felt it was completely broken. The idea of boundary, border is broken. And I could see completely all the 360 degree, all the 8 direction, and above, below, both. Not only that, I could feel very clearly how much you feel alive inside your body. That same life, that same presence. Now all of you know you are present inside your skin. That same presence I was experiencing with everything, with the hill, with the temple, with the village, with the trees, with the rocks, with the whole thing. I was just intensely feeling that I am present. It was an intense, deep presence. Maybe for few hours, I did not even remember the body. After that, vaguely I started remembering the body. It means like a very vaguely, in the dream, if you remember your body, how you will remember, like that. Vague remembrance. I can remember I left the body somewhere and it is there, something. But I was able to move. I was able to move the body with a vague remembrance. And slowly I came down. I even managed to talk to one of my first inspiration, Kuppammal. Her spiritual name is Vibhudananda Devi. Managed to talk to her also. The moment I started moving the body and started talking, first thing I felt is, maybe I am possessed by a ghost. Because it was such a strong experience, new. I asked her, I don't know what happened. I was sitting in that rock. Something happened. This is what is going on. She held my hands and saw the energy and laughed. And she said, no, you are not possessed by ghost. You are possessed by God. Great thing. Not only she encouraged and took care, she took care that I do not show anything abnormal outside. Very wonderfully she managed. But even after 2 days, the power or the experience of ability to see the 360 degree was there. It did not go away. It was there very strongly. Actually, still my friend, one of my classmates, still is there in my native place. He was the first guy, I can say, who received the energy darshan. After this happened, second or third day itself, I called him and told him, I want to tell you something important. He said, what? He's my close friend and classmate. We always used to play. Practically like a disciple. Wherever I go and do puja and temple cleaning and all, he will be helping me, assisting. I told him, let's go to one side corner of the temple and sit and talk. We went to the one corner of the temple and we sat and I told him, you see, from last 2 days, I am able to see all 360, all the direction without turning my head. And first thing was, he had the shock. And he just started laughing. Even though he had the shock, he doesn't want to show it. He said, you are a fool. What are you talking? I said, no, I'm not fool. If you want, you can experiment. See, I can see the front side people walking. The temple, so many people are coming and going. I can see that. I can see side people walking. I can see behind the tree, there was a tree, and see in the tree ants are climbing, going up and down. I can see that. The moment I said that behind the tree and I can see the ants moving, the fellow had the shock. He got up. He did not sit. He just got up. He told me, no, you might have seen the ants before sitting. Now you are telling. I'll challenge you. He took a coin and he said, behind your head I'll hold. You should tell me which side I'm holding, head or tail. Kids will have only half a rupee or 1 rupee coins those days. He took the coin from his packet and showed me behind. Some 10 times, all 10 times I told exactly as it was. Not only that, I cleaned the coin, there is some dust in the coin. That's all. That was the shock. He said, be here, I'll come back, I want to go to restroom. I'll come back. I told, no, wait, I'll finish talking. If you also want to have the same power, go to that place where I was sitting. I told him that place, it's called Pavalakundru. I told him, go and sit in that place, you will have that experience. 3 days ago only I went and sat. I was not even aware it is something unique happened to me. I was thinking anybody goes and sits there will get it. I told him, go and sit there, you will get it. By the time that fellow got frightened, he thought I may force him and take him and make him sit there. Because always, whatever I experience, I will tell him and see that he also goes to the temple, and that's the usual trend. So he was trying to run. No, I will come later on, now I am going to the restroom. He is frightened. He wants to first go to bathroom. I caught hold of him. I said, no, come. Listen completely. Then go and sit there first. By the time I caught hold of him, he started trembling. Shaking. And I understood he really doesn't want to go to restroom, he just wants to escape from me. That is why he is telling he wants to go to restroom. I just caught hold of him in one hand and tried to pull him in the other hand very strongly to take him to that place. I can say that was the first time I felt the two body but same presence, which every time when I touch somebody and give energy darshan, what happens? First time happened. I know the first person who received energy darshan, the first transmission of that experience started happening. I felt very clearly, two body but same presence. And by the time I held him by both the hands and this experience started happening, he settled down. He did not have the fear. When I took my hands away, again the fear started. Not only it started, this time he just ran away. He just ran away. He stood from the safe distance and told, no, I am really going for the restroom. You sit here, I'll come back and call you. Don't come till I call you. And he ran away. Never, the guy came back. When I listen, when I hear the sutra, first thing I remember is the best verbalization of what I experienced. I literally felt the cosmos as translucent, ever-living presence. Understand? We all feel the presence or life in living beings with whom we are in love. Not even the living beings with whom we are living. No. Whom we are living, it is a plain, regular mental setup. Practically, you all know the dialogue. If you start this way, what other person will answer, you know. If you start this way, what the other person is going to answer, you know. Practically, you all have a script of everyday routine. Only if somebody comes up with a new word, you are shaken, you are disturbed, you don't know what to answer. That is the only few minutes you start thinking. Otherwise, you know whole day dialogue. How it should start and how it will take turn and how it will end. There is no life in the dialogue. If somebody changes the dialogue, you are in trouble. That's all. There is no other life in the dialogue. The problem is, we become practically philosophers. We do not understand life is not philosophy. The philosophers cannot think something new. Small story. Some 10 philosophers were present in a country. All the 10 sitting inside the prison, what to do? And usually they are only habituated to torture, not to get tortured. And they are very intelligent, somehow they manage. And now what to do? They are in prison. They decided, somehow we should do something and escape from the prison. All the 10 sat and made big plans. They even went to the extreme of making a duplicate key of the prison. They got the mold of the key and even made the duplicate key. This much work happening, and with the cooperation of few philosophers is really miracle. 2 philosophers is enough to stop any big project. You don't need third. 2 is enough to stop any big project. But this is too big project of getting a key and making a duplicate. And especially with so many philosophers, they made it. Finally, they planned the date. The whole thing is clearly sketched, and they decided that tonight, 2 of us, 2 amongst us will go and open the prison door and will give a signal. All others will escape and run away. As usual, as planned, the 2 goes, and the remaining guys are waiting. They did not get the signal. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour. After 4 hours, these 2 guys are coming back and saying, we have to drop the plan of escaping today. We may have to do some other day, we may have to reschedule, we may have to replan. Other guy says, why? What happened? What to do? These fools forgot to lock the door. These fools forgot to lock the prison. Understand? They cannot think anything which is new. It has to be same routine. If there is some change, they cannot think newly because they are not open. We also become like that with the life. Anything new comes, we are at last. Person who is experiencing ever-living presence, not only is open, not only he is available, he is constantly experiencing oneness. Understand? Being open is Dvaita. Being available is Visishtadvaita. Being is Advaita. Being open means you respect the other thing equal to you. 1 and 2, both of us are equal. I am open to you. Next, available means you are clear, source is one, all of us, everything is part. That is available. Everything is part of one source, Visishtadvaita. And Advaita is just being. Just being. Here, Mahadeva is beautifully leading us from Dvaita to Visishtadvaita and to Advaita. Feel the cosmos as a translucent, ever-living presence. It is actually a technique which connects all three. Feel the cosmos, the first part, you are there, cosmos is there, start creating the feeling. Means open, Dvaita. The problem is many of us are not even in Dvaita. That is where the problem starts. You think only you are there, nothing else is there. And no respect, no openness, no availability for anything. Feel the cosmos. Be open, translucent, ever living. Now, being available and experiencing the presence is being. Step by step you move. Actually, when you start experiencing the living enlightenment, the ultimate truth in you, when you start living enlightenment, continuously what you will feel is described in the sutra. Mahadeva describes the whole essence of living enlightenment in the sutra. Understand? When I use the word living enlightenment, I use in two ways. One, living enlightenment means sadhana. Again and again you come back to that satori experience which you had, the glimpse of life which you had once. That is sadhana, living enlightenment. Living enlightenment means you achieved it. Jivan mukti. I can say mukti and jivan mukti. You achieved, you are living. There is nothing to be done. Living enlightenment as a practice and as an achievement. Both you can use the same word. Here, Mahadeva is giving you the gist of living enlightenment as practice. As practice. I can tell you one thing. When you start feeling, relating, respecting everything as a living being just like you will even see the thoughts which other person is having. You will start responding, you will start respecting, you will start relating without other person talking, without other person expressing, without other person telling what she or he wants to tell. Feel the cosmos as a translucent, ever-living presence. You will have the tremendous intelligence. You will know exactly how to connect. One example, a small story. One lady, she was little sick and had the fear she may die. She started asking her husband, if I die, will you remarry? He said, maybe. Will you bring her to the same house? This guy says, maybe. Will she sleep in the same bed? He said, what else can be done? Maybe. She asked, will she use the same golf clubs? He said, no, she is left-handed. Understand? You are lost in the conversation and forgot what you need to express and what you need to hide. Not living in the present. Living in the present is a method to living the presence. But here, Mahadeva is not even telling us to be living in the present. Actually, just coming back to the present is very easy. Just you come back and just see that you are having a body. It's living in the present moment. Here he says, feel the presence. Living in the present moment passionately, intensely, with a feeling, as if this is the last moment. Completely alive. That is what Mahadeva expresses by this technique. Just not living in the present. Living in the present will happen even if you do the vipassana. If you do the vipassana, you will live in the present, but not passionately, in a dull way. I have seen these guys start doing this kind of techniques. They will be living in the present, but what is the use? Living in the present with the intense passion. People usually, they can live in the present, but just drag the life. Or they can live passionately, but jumping between future and past. If it is between future and past, they will be very passionate, jumping, running around, with all enthusiasm, inspiration. If it is present, very dull, step by step, thinking it is graceful. Combining the intense enthusiasm of jumping between past and future and the intense silence of the present moment is what Mahadeva is explaining here. Combining these two, very paradoxical but truth. Having that same passion, that is why many people, when they see that intense life with me, they can't understand I am living in the present moment. Because according to their imagination, present moment means it will be always, yes, I am in the present moment. No, I lost life, I had to come back, present moment. Present. The joy of living itself is lost when these guys try the present moment. One of my pre-monastic relative means the person who was related to me through blood. My pre-monastic relatives had a great difficulty accepting me. But my native village was able to accept because they have seen enough of masters. But the relatives don't live in the same village. Whoever lived in the same village, they did not have any difficulty in accepting me. The moment they saw, it took only few minutes of conversation for them to accept. There is a proverb, prophet is never accepted in his own place. It was lie. It was disproved in my case. Actually, I was accepted and recognized in my village first. My native village first. Fortunately, I had that joy of being accepted and beautifully relating with that villagers, with that city people, because they have seen continuously enlightened beings. Continuously they have seen enlightened beings happening. For last 2000 years, unbroken lineage of enlightened masters is there in that village. Today is the all enlightened masters day in that village. Today they are celebrating. Today even we had a puja and celebration evening. All the masters who happened in that village, they are all remembered and honored. And for the inauguration of the celebration, the present master is supposed to come and hoist the flag. Last year I went, every year I go. This year because of inauguration, I did not go, but I sent some of our disciples representing. They went and attended the program. That time, the disciples came and told me, Swamiji, I was surprised to see not a single person with whom we spoke relate with you as a relative or as a young boy from this village or any pre-monastic connection. Everybody connects with you only as a master or a spiritual person. How this is possible? Even a normal people, villagers who don't know much about spirituality, they call you only as a Swami, not as a boy from this village or by name. Because they are continuously seeing masters. But these relatives, some relatives who did not live in that village, they were not able to connect. They always had a problem. The one main question I faced from them is, we always saw masters or swamis means they will be very silent in one corner, hiding, covering themselves. But you are so alive. That is the real difficulty. A person who is practicing the technique will always be in one corner, dull, trying to center. But the person who has achieved will be overflowing. Intense passion in the present moment is what? Is the whole truth. You can neither miss this nor miss that. If you are missing any one thing, something seriously wrong with you. If you are missing both, then forget about everything. Forget about everything. If you are missing the joy and enthusiasm, you are sick as far as outer world is concerned. If you are missing being in the present moment, you are sick as far as the inner world is concerned. If you are missing both, then we are sick with both the world. A real health will radiate an intense passion. Intense passion. And you will be constantly in the present moment. That is what Mahadeva says, ever living presence. When I went to that village after enlightenment, first time, even my teachers did not think twice to touch my feet. That is the culture, tradition of that village, including my grandfather, who is a VIP in the village. Till the other day, he was giving food and he was my first inspiration from whom I was learning puja and everything. The moment he heard, he has become enlightened and took sannyas, he has come. None of them even tried to take me to the home. Because traditionally you can't go to the home if you take sannyas. They only came to the place where I was staying and came with all the traditional respect. That's one of the wonder in that country, in that culture, in that tradition. Never had a problem, never had difficulty in changing the attitude. The shift in attitude did not take time. It was just straight. Mahadeva says very beautifully, feel the cosmos as a translucent, ever-living presence. Try. Now understand this technique. What Shiva is trying to convey. Try. Everything which is in front of you, around you, is living. Try to see. Try to feel. First thing, try to feel your life inside the body. Then try to feel your life inside the chair which you are sitting. See how you are feeling alive inside your skin. Same way, visualize, feel you are alive inside the chair, inside the cushion. That's the first thing which you are touching. Then visualize you are alive inside the people who are sitting next to you. You may think, how can visualization lead to that experience? I don't know whether visualization will lead to that experience or not, but visualization will make your mind tired and you will drop it. If you drop that, that is enough. Because the truth is continuously there. Let me give you an example. Like a Ganga is flowing. There's a bamboo. Because the bamboo is there, you say right side Ganga, left side Ganga. If that bamboo is taken away, there is no right side, left side. There is no boundary. Ganga, that's all. Life is like a Ganga. Because your ego, the bamboo is your ego. Because your ego is there, you say me and you, I and you. You have two sides, I and me and world. You have dvandva because of that bamboo. If you just take that bamboo away, there is neither I nor you. It is pure, ever-living presence. This visualization will be such a strong thing, you have to drop the mind, no other way. You have to drop the mind. Mind will become tired. Constantly you have to think your car is you, the road is you, and all cars are you, and whatever you are seeing is you. How long your mind will be active, saying, yes, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. It will become tired and drop. And you will see everything is one. There is neither you nor me. Even when I say, I felt the whole Arunachala was me, it is not that Arunachala and me two concept was there. No. Ever-living presence, that's all. Which I feel as me in the body, that presence, that's all. When I do the prana pratishta, that's what actually I do that. For one moment, I just feel intensely the same life inside that stone, that's all. That becomes alive. When I feel that, I can see very clearly the transmission is happening. When the transmission is happening, when that strong Advaiti connection is there, I just put few bolts and nuts and lock the presence there, that's all. So that even after that, that does not come down. In this body, to keep that presence, the bolt nut is the breath. Breath is the bolt nut which locks that presence in this body. Same way, in that body to lock the presence, some mantras are the intense words with the high prana are chanted and bolt it. Feeling whatever you are seeing as you, not only with front side, even the back side, whatever you are seeing, just feel you are that. Just start feeling in the initial level. For a few days it may look like imagination or foolishness. Don't bother. In 1 or 2 days you will suddenly start seeing it is not just imagination, things are really alive. You will see things are alive and living. Actually the Bhashyakara, the commentator, gives another wonderful technique. Expansion on the sutra. Sometime, if you look at the light intensely, you will feel like a rays from the light is coming towards you. If you just turn your eyes a little bit, they call it squint eye, you will see the light is radiating, some rays are flowing towards you. Or if you look at somebody intensely, you will see a kind of aura around that person, head, around that body, like a light body. He says, even if you look, whatever you are seeing intensely, you will start seeing aura. I always see aura of the people who are sitting in the discourse. Before starting the discourse, that's all I'll do. I'll just fall in tune with the aura. Whatever problems are there in all the auras, collective answers will be coming out. That is why whenever you listen to the master, you always feel he is talking to you. He is talking to you because I am talking to you. It will look like a generalized talk, but it will be specifically, directly addressing you, because that aura feels connected. You can see, sometime if you strongly gaze, you can see the aura around the persons, statues, even animals. Around everything you can see the aura. The Bhashyakara says, even if you start seeing the aura from morning till night continuously, you will start experiencing the presence. That is also a wonderful technique. Understand? That is also a wonderful technique. In the next sutra, Mahadeva gives a very powerful one more method to experience the same thing. We will see the next sutra after the break. Maybe after we understand both the sutras, we will enter into the meditation technique, because the technique both can be done as two different parts. This technique is Nitya Sutra, means from morning till night you can do, whole day. The next sutra is Dhyana Sutra. The same method in a different way, particular time you can do. So we will understand the next sutra also, then we will enter into the technique, we will enter into the method. Let's gather for next session. Thank you. While flying to California today, I heard that my father-in-law died. He died feeling fearful and angry. Please, can you give advice on how to leave our body and feel joy? Understand, how you live, same way you will live. If the intense experiences of your life is ecstasy and bliss, you will see the same thing automatically comes up when you leave the body. Your body is like a mechanism or an instrument in which all your memories about life is stored. So the totality of your life's experiences, understand, it is stored based on the quality of experience, not quantity. If you are 10 times joyful and 1 time deeply sorrow, that sorrow will get recorded. Based on the depth, it gets recorded. If the deepest experiences of your life is joy and ecstasy, the same thing will come up automatically when you leave the body, because when you leave the body, practically you get boiled. When you are boiling with so many things in the pot, whatever is inside will come up. Same way, whatever is inside, recorded, will come up. If you want to leave the body joyfully, live joyfully. Live with the body joyfully. You will leave the body joyfully. That's all is the basic secret. Second request, recently I heard an enlightened person tell us that we take another person's karma. When we give advice, touch a person's shoulder or knee or close physical contact, how vulnerable are we to getting someone else karma, and how do we get rid of it? Why so much emphasis on catching it from someone else? I don't think you will catch karma from somebody else because you have enough. So, don't bother about catching from somebody else. Just stop giving to people, that's enough. So, I don't think you will get karma from people by touching or giving advice or any close physical proximity. You will not acquire karma by this nearness and all. One more thing, you may acquire the mental setup of that person with close proximity. If you are continuously around him, you may acquire his mental setup, but you won't acquire the karma. Some personal question. I had several out-of-body experience. It became a problem. I had to reseal my container. I was falling into all sorts of people. You can never be falling or filling or falling on people by your experience. Be very clear. Look into the experience and make it more and more strong. One important thing you should understand, I have seen many people just trying to reel the head and fall this way, that way with so many things. Tell them, meditation or enlightenment or experience will only lead to psychological revolution, never physiological revolution. Understand? Never physiological revolution. It will lead only to psychological revolution. If it is physiological revolution, first you have to see your doctor. You have to see your doctor. It will never be anything related to meditation. First, take care of your health. You need good food and little yoga. There is a small story. One guy always will act too much about anything overacting. Anything you will do overacting. So he and his friend, both of them went to the bar and they started drinking. Just after 2 glasses, this fellow started overacting and moving, something like that, started talking. The other friend said, relax, it is just water. We are not yet served. Understand? Sometime, that's what I have to tell. Relax, you have not even started. I am newly back on my spiritual journey in a more intense way. However, my friends and family are not so like-minded. I would like very much if they were also as enthusiastic as I am. How is it best to do this? First thing, do not expect them also to be enthusiastic. If they also become enthusiastic, every possibility you will lose enthusiasm. The enthusiasm is alive because you have to fight. That's one thing. Look at the other angle. Important thing. Second thing, you discovered, so you are having enthusiasm. Why are you expecting they should also have it? They have to discover. Understand? They have to again and again have so many experiences and discover. Only then they will have enthusiasm. Now you go and try to force on their head, what will happen? You will either delay their coming to me or stop once for all their coming to me. I have seen these over-enthusiastic wives and husbands. They just jump on the other person. You have to go. What that poor guy will do? And he gets frightened and completely forgets about or escape from the spirituality. Or is it more important to surround myself now with those that are more open to a spiritual path? First thing, if you feel connected and enthusiastic and enter into it intensely, you will automatically have that kind of friends, circle and group and all that. Live with that. Do not force or try to catch others who are not yet into it by giving pressure, trying to bringing it. Don't do that. I see you everywhere and every moment. Is this natural? Yes, you are in natural state. If you don't see, you are unnatural. Yesterday I came up on the stage during the darshan, but some personal darshan question. You can ask this question. You did not put the name. You can ask this today's darshan. I'll answer. Let's enter into the next sutra. In summer, when you see the entire sky endlessly clear, enter such clarity. This is a very powerful technique. Again, the same experience. First, Mahadeva gives you the technique to feel that living presence with the whole world, living being, everything. Second, he gives the technique to feel that whole thing with the cosmos which is beyond your perception. With the whole, first he tells you, see the living presence when you look down. Second, he tells you, see the living presence when you look up. If you can see the living presence in the world, then feeling that living presence in the sky is easy. Otherwise, directly if you see the sky, you can't feel the presence. You will feel only the dead, dull, nothing. There is nothing moving. Here there are so many things moving. At least you can easily connect that life is there. But there, nothing is moving. Understand? But the life is intense there, then here. This is a very powerful technique. Dhyana Sutra. He says, in the clear summer sky, feel the sky. Do not try to see the cloud. Feel the vast empty sky and enter into it. What does he mean by the word? Enter into it. Enter such clarity. Understand? You have three space known to you. Chidakasha, Katakasha and Mahakasha. Chidakasha means the inner space which you have inside the body. Katakasha means the space which is covered by the building in which you are staying, your house. The space covered inside your building. Mahakasha means the whole cosmos. Inside this roof and roofless. Three sky, but all three are one and the same. Because you have boundary, you think it is three. Otherwise it is not three, it is only one. Now, Mahadeva is trying to bring Mahakasha into Chidakasha. Understand? Cosmic sky into the inner space. When you look that empty sky, intensely look, not one point, as whole. If you are looking at cloud, you will be concentrated, one point. As the whole, look, you will see that intense emptiness. Then, close the eyes, just bring that emptiness inside. Just visualize that same emptiness inside. Bring it back. Just turn it in. You will see that same clarity, the emptiness comes inside you. There won't be any thoughts. Meditating on the sky is a very powerful technique. Ramana Maharshi says that will start giving you even boons. I was really surprised. Ramana Maharshi talking about boons. Because he will never give any method to get your wishes fulfilled and all. Somebody goes to Bhagavan and asks, give me some boon, some money or something they are asking. He tries his usual Brahmastra. No, ask the person who is asking. But this guy was very intelligent. He did not budge for any of Bhagavan's Brahmastra. He said, no, I want. Either tell me you will give or say no, don't avoid. Then Bhagavan says, lie down in the roof and meditate on the sky, you will have it. I have read his books and teachings and memoirs enough. Only once ever I have seen him giving a technique and saying that what you want, you will get it, do this technique. This is the only technique. This is the only technique he says, you will get what you want, have it and do it. This is the only technique. Understand then the power of this technique. Look into that emptiness of the vast emptiness of the sky and just turn it in. Visualize you have become that same vastness. Actually, whenever you see the vast emptiness, sky, you automatically feel that number of thoughts coming down, the cloud coming down, the clouds disappearing, even inner space. That is why whenever you go to beach, you feel that joy. You feel that joy. You feel that openness. You feel that fulfillment. You feel that ecstasy. And you feel that peace. Here, Mahadeva is giving this as a technique. Lie down in the roof and watch. Of course, in this country you can't lie down in the roof. You have to find out a separate place. In India, it's always flat roof. An RCC. You can nicely lie down, and not only that, it will not be too cold. So, look at the sky, not concentrating, just overall, intensely, and let you see, imbibe. After some time, just bring that same clarity into you, into your inner space. It's a technique of cleaning the Chidakasha. Means like, see, if it is a small pond, naturally it will become dirty because the water does not move and it will become dirty water. If a river enters that lake, overnight the whole lake will become pure because so much of water coming and cleaning will happen. Same way, your Chidakasha has become impure by the dirty thoughts, unmoving, stagnant. When the cosmos, when the Mahakasha enters into you, suddenly you see the Chidakasha is purified because the huge river, flood is entering into your inner space. It's a very powerful way of cleaning your inner space. Let me summarize both the techniques. Feel the cosmos as a translucent, ever-living presence. This is the technique. Actually, both are leading to the same experience. Both are intended to lead you to the same experience. One is Nitya Sutra, continuously which you are supposed to practice. The other one is Dhyana Sutra, at particular time you are supposed to practice. If you can do both every day, the experience will be strengthened and quickened. Both of them are complementing techniques. Actually, Mahadeva speaks few sutras to direct you, to guide you to the same experience. To guide you to the same experience. Here, he is giving you two sutras, one Nitya Sutra and another one Dhyana Sutra. Understand the Nitya Sutra continuously. Remember, while you are driving or seeing TV, watching movie, talking, continuously remember you are alive in everything just as you are alive inside your body. When you are holding the wheel and driving, remember you are alive inside the car, filling the whole car just as you are filling your body. And you are alive in the road as you are filling your body. You are alive in everything we are seeing as you are filling in the body. And if you can try to just see the aura of the things continuously, try to be in that same mood, try to be in that same feeling. This is Nitya Sutra, to lead you to the same experience. Dhyana Sutra is, in the night time, penetrate the sky, look at the sky intensely, not concentrating, just looking for 10 minutes. Then close the eyes and just internalize. Just bring that same empty space inside and see the same empty space inside. And same intense silence inside. You will see that happens here. Mahakasha will be experienced by Chidakasha. Now we will do the Nitya Sutra. Dhyana Sutra needs empty sky, which you can't do here, but we can do the Nitya Sutra. Closed eyes, for few moments, feel everything is alive around you. Please close your eyes. Take few moments. Be very patient. With patience, feel everything. The chair in which you are sitting. First, start with the chair because that is the nearest object. Visualize you are alive inside the furniture. You are sitting. Same way you are alive inside your skin. The same life is radiating. feel you are alive as you are alive inside your skin. The person sitting around you. You are alive inside all the people, all the persons who are sitting in this hall. Take a few moments, visualize with a clear intention, and new doors will open. Visualize you are alive. Everything is alive like you. The walls, furnitures, persons, flowers, the roof, ground, everything is living. Feel you are alive inside everything, just as you are alive inside your skin. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Relax. Try to experiment with both the techniques. You will see the experience happening in you. Let you achieve and radiate the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you.